I saw a beautiful picture put up by two pineapples, a Mauna Loa going off, and you could see this. It's I have I play with words. I play with the English language. It was violet rays. I call it purple rain, baby. And you could see how the sky and people that were in the live chat commented how beautiful it was to see the purple colors, purple waves, right? The artist, a healing artist, right? Nature is a healing artist, frequencies. So I wanted to sum up probably all I'm going to say, just because from a child's perspective, it's just so simple. And that is that when you're experiencing a love vibration within you as a soul and the essence of your spirit, you represent the highest law in all of creation. Because you know that love is what grows a flower, it's what grows a tree, it's what grows a baby. You don't give love to a baby, it's going to die. Okay? So you learn, mothers know this, fathers know this, real fathers and mothers know this. So when you have a father and a mother that are both in love with each other, experiencing being true unconditional love that they're giving to each other, and they become mated, wow. You become one vibration. That's the law of one, which means you represent the highest law. And the simplicity of that is pure logic, even on the intelligence side of things, which means you're not doing any harm to yourself. Okay? I know. What I do to you, I do to me. So it's that simple. That's Occam's razor. It's that's why sometimes when I was going to all their schools, and I may have explained one time why I went into all those schools and all those diplomas and grade point averages that they gave to me that others, put on their walls and all that, they're long gone. They collected dust and they're gone. And why is that? Because I didn't go to school for the same reasons that those people go to school. I went into those schools to see how they were programming everybody to become slaves, batteries, working for a corporate umbrella, an intergalactic pirate, a parasite, a control vehicle, an administrative command and console, right? See, the control has always been their dilemma. And you know why that is? Because they don't experience a pure love vibration, a state of love and joy, gifting energy away. That's the truth of it. I know this is going to sound sort of, how would I put this? What if I told you that I deliberately became an alcoholic? I chose to become an alcoholic. Or if let's put it this way, when I lit myself on fire in 2016 and I reran my own movie, and if you understand what a torsion field movie is, go download on Google Play apps, VLC. That's a Tor player. Okay. So what you're basically doing, sound buffering, you can adjust the sound buffering, the speed at which the data has been compressed. Now you can unwind it like a film clip. Spiraling up. You're in the movie. So I realized that I wrote my own movie. I wrote my own script in order to be exactly where I'm at right now, communicating to you on this Android. Believe it or not. Now, the genius in how all that works is rather not complicated. It's actually pretty simple, and that is the simplicity of being what love is. It's sort of like being everywhere at once, if you can imagine that, because it started with what love is. So when you are what love is, everything else is simple because it means you implicitly trust the energy that you are that goes on forever. Right? So that's why when other beings will communicate to me what they've experienced, which isn't what love is, and I would say to them, well, I haven't experienced what you've experienced because I experienced what love is. It goes on forever. So when you're always zeroed out, that becomes pretty simple, doesn't it? So that's why when you're running a supercomputer and you are a polarity integrator with a minus, slash, and a plus, you're the one who's ultimately deciding what it is you're going to load and why you're loading it. So you already know why you're loading memory-driven programs. Okay. So that means you must have learned how computers work at some point in time in your history. And what it means to be a free spirit, what it means to not be held captive by another computer or another programmer. Right? That's right. And that's the genius of the cosmos, to be a love vibration. Now you're a free spirit. Now your energy is not held captive. And instead, you are the energy giver. You're the energy that the cosmos runs on. Because without us, you wouldn't experience all the colors. So it began with what love is. Love doesn't work backwards in time. It's always been. Adam was always on. So that makes it pretty simple to know what the law is, which is known as the law of one, which is Adam, which is a speed vibration. So the highest speed is gifting energy. So there's no excuse not to be able to experience what the law is when you're experiencing what love is, which is what we are, because love does no harm. And that's the simplicity of knowing the highest law, is being what love is. You are the highest law of creation, because you are gifting love throughout all of creation, because that's what we are in energy. And it makes it easy to experience peace, doesn't it? Because if you don't want to do any harm, chances are you're always flying a white flag on. I'm always in a state of peace because I love the energy that I am, because I don't want to do anything to lower what it is that I am in energy, which is what love is. So you realize your source, the source from which love creates a universe. Go give love to a dog. Now you're experiencing the law in effect. The effect of the visual image that you're experiencing in your mirror is the proof of the power of what love is. It changes everything it touches, because now that living organism is experiencing what you are, which is what love is, and they're experiencing being loved for who they are. And that will do what? Trust. That child will trust that energy, which means love is what the truth is. And that's called self-knowledge. When you know that you are what love is with a soul, then you know what you are in energy as a soul that is gifting energy away. So you know your true self, the soul that you are, in relationship to everything else that is, experiencing what it is that we experience, what we are, being connected to all creation. So if they're not experiencing what love is, how come? What happened to you? Right? So now you sort the field to find out the differences between all the others. Right? So in this particular case, we began to realize, as I began to realize, I was surrounded by automatons. It's like they're on automatic. Whoa, they're all following orders, which is called rule-based functions. And anybody in the information sciences that knows how to load a memory-driven program running a computer program knows what an argument is, which is called a handshake. Now we can communicate with each other because the information is coded in which it can be translated to the machine. And that's called language, computer language, which is based on math codes. Yeah, math and physics. So if you want a little historical footmark to all this, why did they split East and West with the Roman Empire? West Gate, East Gate. And they banned spirit out of the sciences. And that became known as matter sciences, the material side. Now their plan was to get everybody in a city working in factories as battery slaves, to which now they're going to use that money because now all those factories of all those batteries that are producing goods and services are now slaves to all those goods and services from which their electrons are being stolen and harvested to produce what they extract from the planet to basically destroy all the ecosystems upon which they're living a material lifestyle. Now they're accumulating all those attachments, right? Everything that they're holding in memory, right? So you want to rotate that library, get rid of all that stuff. You want to put the electrons back in circulation from which they were made, right? Why? So it doesn't collapse into what? Darkness. You ever see the lady with the blindfold on, with the scales that are in balance? Have a great day. I love you all.